Brock Lesnar joined the National Guard at 17 years old. After his amateur wrestling career, he turned to professional wrestling. He was nicknamed the next big thing. He was a superstar in the WWE.
Absolutely. I remember the first time I saw him on television, I said, is that a real person? It looked like CGI.
Brock Lesnar did make UFC history when they had to special order his gloves.
He is the only man in UFC history that wears a 4XL glove. The regular XXL didn't fit, XXL didn't fit. They had to make special gloves for those lunchbox fists.
Brock Lesnar, the former WWE superstar, burst onto the UFC scene to take on a very decorated former heavyweight champion in Frank Mir at UFC 81. And early on, Lesnar looked like he could dominate the fight.
Well, I mean, it's not an easy fight for a first fight in the UFC. You throw a guy in against a former UFC heavyweight champion of the world who has dozens of fights under his belt.
Joe, the one thing Brock Lesnar will bring into the octagon and into the UFC is a ton of personality.
Ton of personality. He plays a great heel, and he's got that showmanship from the wrestling background.
He knows how to train like a champion. What areas would you like to see him improve the most in?
Mike, what he's doing right now is absolutely perfect. What he needs to do is just keep doing what he's doing, and he will improve.
His game plan is to take you down and beat you up.
That is his game plan, but make no mistake about it, he can beat you up standing up as well. That is a fast-moving guy.
Joe, I assume it really hurts to get punched by a man who has to wear quadruple XL gloves.
It's probably like getting hit with a telephone pole.
You remember when Brock Lesnar burst onto the scene in K1, his first professional fight?
He took his opponent down and battered him quickly for a stoppage victory. It was a very impressive mixed martial arts debut.
Lasted only 1 minute and 9 seconds as he took out the silver judo medalist. Lesnar trains at the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy under Greg Nelson and under former UFC lightweight champion Sean Shirk.
Absolutely phenomenal camp for him to start out at, and he loves it because he's in his home state of Minnesota.
Joe, just due to the presence of Brock Lesnar, there's a newfound buzz around the UFC's heavyweight division.
Absolutely, Mike. He has injected a new level of excitement to the game, and he could potentially be the biggest superstar in the sport.
He cuts to 265 to compete as a heavyweight, but by the time he gets back in the octagon, he is one big, strong dude.
When Brock first left amateur wrestling, the UFC wasn't in the position it is today. So the real money for him was in fake wrestling, but he is a real fighter. He was not originally a fake wrestler. He was an NCAA All-American heavyweight champion, and he proved that he still has those skills.
Brock Lesnar is victorious.